everyone, it's Rebecca from the Glitch Stitchery. I'm here today in my new studio. Usually every few months I will go through and I will resort all my yarn and pick out projects and just try to get it organized. I kind of put it off this time around though because I knew I was moving. So today I'm going to be sorting all my yarn, save the ones that are already involved in projects, which are tucked away in their project bags. And then by the time I'm done, I will have some yarn picked out for a weaving project, and we'll just do a really basic weaving project, our first weaving project in the new space. And Knuckles is still in the thing. My mom gave me that, and there's no good place to hang it, so he's just gonna hang out there for the moment. Anyway, we're going to choose a weaving project, weave a basic scarf, and that's about it. But most of this will be me sorting the yarn and figuring out that sort of stuff. Some of these are for future videos, so you'll see the pairings again in the future as I get everything figured out. Others are undecided. Maybe by the end I'll know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna put this in time lapse and we're gonna get to work. It for organizing my yarn stash for this moment. What I want to do is buy bins that perfectly fit my shelving unit, and then I'll be reorganizing everything into those bins. At the moment I'm leaving the covers off the bins just because I am going to try to push and use as much yarn as possible and get to the point where I can close the bins, but I'd rather have the yarn stacked on top of open bins than in bags on the floor. So at the moment, the bins are gonna stay open. Hopefully within the next couple months, I'll get enough yarn used or moved on in some other way. Doesn't really matter to me. I'll figure it out. And then I'll have enough room to shut the bins. So I did finish a scarf. I still have to wash it, but when I was setting up the warp, I did it from one corner, so like right there where the radiator is, all the way to the shelving unit. And I didn't realize how long that actually was. So this scarf is very long. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I personally like my scarves very long because then I can wrap them a bunch of times. But it's probably gonna have to go to someone fairly tall, which is fine. And it has just a little bit of sparkle to it, and the yarns I used were all inspired by Van Gogh's Starry Night. Is it Starry Night or Starry Starry Night? Because for some reason I always try to say Starry Starry Night, but I'm not actually sure which one it is. I had a note so I wouldn't mess this up, and I lost the note. So I'm sure someone in the comments will correct me. Whatever. Anyway, that's what all the colors were inspired by. And because there was yellow both in the warp and the weft, even though they were completely different yarns, it almost has like a plaid-ish effect in some parts, but not really. You know what I mean? Like it's not even pseudo plaid because it's not even slightly plaid. It's just, I like the way the colors line up. So yeah, this came out pretty nice. And it's quite soft because it's basically silk and merino and a little bit of tencel, maybe a touch of nylon. I don't remember what all of the mini skeins I used for the warp were. But anyway, finished my first scarf in the new place, so that's nice. Beyond that, I have some hats going. One of the things I did when I was sorting the yarn was I matched up yarns that I thought would work well together. Both in terms of color and in terms of fiber content, and I put them in bags and labeled them so I'd remember what project I wanted to use them for. So some are matched up specifically for hats, some are matched up specifically for weaving, and I labeled all of them so I remember. So that's one of the things I do when I sort the yarn each time is pair or even just make a whole bag of yarns that I think work together so I can pull from that for projects if I am feeling uninspired and don't know what to do. Beyond that, I also have a metal basket with all of the yarns matched up that are for upcoming content. So I have a whole month of content planned for March and a whole month planned for April. So I have the yarns for that all in one place, all together, so I can find them quickly. So I'll have to start filming that within the next few days, I think. And I guess that's about it. I mean, the bins are not organized by fiber content. I do have one bin that's just cotton, but the rest are more just by what I think works together. The blue bin on top is not yarn. Just clearing that up before someone asks why I didn't organize that one. That one's not yarn. It's related to one of my other hobbies. So it's like packaging material. In the old place, I had it stored in a closet, but none of the closets here are big enough for that bin, so it's gonna have to live here for the time being. So I guess that's about it. I'm gonna finish this up and go wash the scarf. But thank you so much for sitting through this with me, and I guess I'll film the next time I organize it too, although it won't be too different, because like how much yarn can I go through in 3 months? That would actually be a really good video if I could actually keep track of how much yarn I use in 3 months. The answer is a lot, but at the same time, not as much as you'd think. Anyway, I'll see you next time, and thank you so much.